JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, 16-year-old girl and man on gun charges get $200,000 bail. A 16-year-old girl and her 19-year-old co-accused were charged in connection with the seizure of an illegal gun in St. Catherine were each granted $200,000 bail in the parish court on Friday. The teen and Jesse McLaren were charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition were ordered to report to the Olympic Gardens police station twice weekly. Senior Parish Court Judge Desiree Lane ruled that further checks must be made before bail can be considered for the third accused, Tasia Hutchinson, who played a greater role in the alleged crime. The matter is scheduled to be mentioned again on July 31. At that time, the court is also to look into the issue of Hutchinson's address as part of a bail application. Attorney at Law Dennis Hinson made the application on behalf of McLaren and the teen girl. The lawyer told the court that Hutchinson has been hospitalized due to an illness which cannot be treated while in jail, and as such he deserves bail. The judge noted that Hutchinson was the driver of the vehicle in which the gun was allegedly found. She then ordered that further checks be made to verify his address. Allegations are that about 5:45 p.m. on June 26, police personnel received information that a Toyota Axia motor car was involved in acts of criminality. An operation was conducted along St. John's Road, and a car fitting the description, which was being driven by Hutchinson and had two others aboard, was stopped. A search of the vehicle was conducted, and a Glock pistol with 19 9mm rounds of ammunition was discovered under the gear console of the car, according to the police. All three were arrested and subsequently charged. Government distanced itself from controversy at funeral of Daniel Rowe. The government says it did not impose itself at the funeral of slain 8-year-old Daniel Rowe in Portmore, St. Catherine today. Upset family members expressed outrage about the program and claimed that some relatives were excluded from participating in the service while a politician, among other persons, was allowed to speak. They walked out of the funeral, which was held at the Portmore Seventh-day Adventist Church.
When I got when it's like ignore family, I don't talk about minister this, minister that. Let's wait outside. Let them finish what they're doing inside. I will take to the burial.
Arising from the controversy, the government, in a statement this afternoon, said that it was not involved in the planning of the funeral. It said Minister of Education Favour Williams attended the funeral in her official capacity, and that the pastor requested that she make a statement at the service, which she did. No other person from the government was engaged in the funeral, it added. The government extended condolences to the family of Daniel Rowe and renewed its call for the police to continue their investigation into her murder. Rowe was abducted from Britain Primary and Infant School in Portmore in June and later found with her throat slashed in St. Andrew. She later succumbed at hospital. 23-year-old Westmoreland woman killed in motorcycle collision. A woman was killed after two motorcycles collided in Bluefields, Westmoreland, early Sunday morning, leaving 3 people hospitalized with injuries. The woman has been identified as 23-year-old Kemisha Mary of Bluefields in the parish. Reports from the Bluefields police are that about 3:40 a.m., 2 motorcycles, a grey Cobra CG 200 and a Champion 150, were traveling in the same direction when they collided after both drivers lost control. All 4 people were flung from the motorcycles and sustained several injuries. They were taken to hospital where Mary, who was a pillion on the Cobra motorcycle, was pronounced dead. The others were admitted. Investigations continue. DJ Jafrass hospitalized after motor vehicle crash. Dancehall artist Jafrass has been hospitalized after being involved in a serious motor vehicle accident on Saturday morning in the corporate area. The DJ is presently recuperating after the accident, which occurred about 8:30 a.m. The DJ is shaken up. He's wearing a neck brace. He has lacerations on his head and he's supposed to do a CT scan today. He said that he just remembered being in the accident with blood all over his face and then waking up in the hospital, manager Anthony Taylor said. Taylor shared that a passing taxi saw the accident and the driver rendered assistance, transporting the crime lord DJ to the Kingston Public Hospital. Jafrass said all he remembered was 1 minute driving his beam on Ligoni Avenue and the next minute waking up at KPH. Eyewitnesses say a woman came out on him and the car crashed and completely right off. The vehicle is at the Matilda's Corner Police Station, Taylor said. Born Chevin Jarrett, Jafrass is from Glendavon, a tough enclave in Montego Bay, St. James. He has helped put the tourist city's dancehall sound on the map, along with Tommy Lee Sparta, TJ and Squash. Jafrass is best known for the singles Warmino, Frustration and Crime Lord. Gun and ammo found in bag at St. James Bar, one arrested. A man was arrested following the seizure of a Glock 26 pistol fitted with a magazine containing 8 rounds of ammunition at a bar in Mount Salem, St. James on Sunday. Reports from the Mount Salem police are that about 1 a.m., lawmen on patrol conducted a search of a business establishment in the area when the gun was found in a bag. One of the patrons at the bar, who claimed the bag, was subsequently arrested. His identity has been withheld, pending further investigations. 2 arrested after another St. Elizabeth bar robbery attempt. The police arrested 2 men who they believe were involved in the attempted robbery of a bar in Brace River, St. Elizabeth, early Sunday morning. Reports are that about 3:45 a.m., the complainant, who operates the bar in Brace River, was alerted that his establishment was being broken into. He inquired, but was met with gunshots from the robbers who were traveling in a Toyota Voxy motor vehicle. The men managed to flee the scene. The police were alerted and shortly after intercepted a Toyota Corolla motor car operating as a pilot motor vehicle in close proximity to where the shooting occurred. The driver was taken into custody. Shortly after, a team of officers intercepted the Toyota Voxy motor vehicle in Elim district in the parish. On the approach of the law enforcement officers, the gunmen opened gunfire. The police returned fire. However, 2 men managed to escape. The third assailant was subsequently apprehended. Both men were arrested and the 2 vehicles seized, pending further investigations. Reports emerged last week that there has been a spate of robberies of bars along the south coast of St. Elizabeth. The robbers have been pillaging operators and patrons in traditionally low-crime areas such as Southfield, Flaggamon, Bull Savannah, Alligator Pond, Lane, Downs, New Forest, Sea Air, Bellevue and even Malvern atop the Santa Cruz Mountains. One of the robberies turned fatal on Saturday when a patron, identified as 52-year-old Lloyd Cole, otherwise called Riceman, was killed by gunmen during an armed robbery at a bar in Top Hill in the parish. According to police reports, Cole was sitting on a bar stool outside the bar about 1:45 a.m. when armed robbers approached the establishment. Cole was gunned down, and then the robbers proceeded inside where they robbed several persons and used an object to open the poker box and escaped with an undetermined sum of money. The police later arrived and transported Cole to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The owner of the bar said he was upset about the murder of Cole. He's one of the humblest customers ever. Him not put up with certain things. He's a man not uphold with certain things. So them just claim just like that. More people are got dead too, the respondent bar owner said. He said that the business owners in the area were being abandoned by law enforcement and are unable to defend themselves because of an inability to obtain gun license. If you look about license gun, you can't get it. Corruption right because you're millions and you can't survive because of criminal elements. The police them know them can't stop the crime. The police them know what go on and them can't do nothing about it. There's nothing people can do. The same criminals them go mouse bar, Seaview and rob the bar the same style. Every night them rob a different place, he said. The other day them rob a bar and get $2,500 and them have the audacity to ask if we have more. Them BFS bad. The other day a bar was in the middle of a shootout between cops and robbers, and the robbers then come back on July 6 and rob that same bar of $600,000. The criminals them not care. By 7 everybody have to come off of the road. The bartender them afraid. Couple of them get raped and don't even report it. The whole are so tense and miserable right now. One bartender who works at a bar in Marysville said, "It's like a daily event. Them come pick up money and liquor, and sometimes them go all a different bar in a different district of flash. Help, we need help." 13 homeless after fire in Westmoreland. 4 children are among 13 people left homeless after fire destroyed several dwellings at Upstreet Belmont in Westmoreland on Saturday evening. One of the owners of the house, Zeton Richards, said that the blaze was first noticed about 5:45 p.m. at the back of his house. I was talking to a friend outside and I see the smoke one on the back. And my baby girl was in the front room and we run go and go take her. And the baby alone me couldn't save, a terrified Richard said. In a visit to the scene, scores of residents were seen running and fetching water to help put out the fire. Other persons in the yard were hurriedly removing their furniture and went in their houses to prevent the fire from spreading. However, the fire reportedly spread quickly, and soon after, the 3 other houses in the telepacked tenement yard-style space were engulfed. "Me no save anything, just a clothes from my back," 22-year-old Richard said. It was a 5-bedroom dwelling. Me have to start back from scratch. Right now my heart hurt me. I would gladly take any help I can get, a distraught Richards added. Richards' father, Gaton, popularly known as Pam Pam, said he was in a state of shock after losing a house to fire for a second time. "This is the second time I'm losing my house to fire. The first time was in 2017. Me no save anything, only the clothes on my back," the elder Richard said. "I know one nice feeling to have to start life all over again. Me numb, me alive, but me feel like me dead. I was coming from church and I got the news that the house on fire. By the time I reached the house burned down flat," he added. "I'm hoping I can get some help to start over again," Richards pleaded. 1 unit each from the Savlamar and Black River fire stations reported to the fire about 6:25 p.m. and performed cooling down operations. A district officer said that the cause of the fire is not yet known. No injuries were reported. Investigations are ongoing. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.